Today we've got the car up on the hoist. I'm going to go through, check all the oils, transmission, diffs, whatnot, see if we need to replace any. I've got to adjust the handbrake, so we'll have a look at that. One of the airbags has a bit of a leak. We'll see if we can get that sorted. They only just got installed recently, so I've still got to do some finishing touches to them. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. So the front diff, a little bit of dirt in there. I'm just going to change it for peace of mind, that way I can monitor it over my first few weeks and see how we go. Now I bought a couple different oils. I've got a 75/90 here because I know that's going to go in the gearbox. I also bought an 80/140 because I've seen a few people online say that you can run the 80/140 with the lockers and stuff. But after some more research, I've seen just an overwhelming amount of people say use 75/90 in the diffs. So we'll take the 80/140 back and we'll get a few more bottles of 75/90 and we'll just run that and everything. That way it's all the same oil and I don't have to worry about different stuff. Yeah, that front's not the nicest colour, so it's probably a good thing to empty that one out. So we're going to let this front and rear diff drain out. While they're draining, we'll shoot up to the shop and swap out that oil, get a couple more bottles of the 75/90. So, silly mistake. I just went to go put the fill plug back in, and I thought it looked a bit odd. Put the fill plug in the drain, and now it's full of oil. Idiots. So now we're going to take a look at this transfer case, because as you can see here, I've got a bit of a leak up here somewhere. So we're going to check the oil on this, probably drop it, take the drive shaft out, and figure out how to change this seal here. There we go. I'd say that definitely needed a change. So next we want to drop this drive shaft. I don't know what we're doing up here, but I'm guessing we need to get that out. So after some more Googling and debating, it seems like you might be able to get this off here because there is a nut, but it's got like these divots in there, and we tried to get them out so you can take the nut off, but that's proven to be a bit hard, so I'm going to leave this for now. I've got 2 days left before I leave, so we're going to leave it for now and maybe come back to it in a few weeks. Since we're going to leave that, I'll grease up the drive shaft, chuck the drive shaft back in, and we'll leave it at that. now we're going to try and adjust brakes. So I put new rear rotors on here, new pads, new handbrake cable, and I still got no brakes. Alright, so drive shafts back in, fill the transfer with oil. I also went and topped up the front and the rear diff since I didn't quite fill them up yesterday. Next job is these airlines. I gotta tie these airlines up somewhere for the airbags. There's a slow leak in this one, so I'm gonna try and find that. And then I'm gonna mount these airlines somewhere so they're not just cable tied up like this. So I sprayed the bag with soapy water. I couldn't find any leaks anywhere, so what I've done is I've let the bag down because there's a bit of a gap at the very top here on full droop. So I've let the air out the bag. I'm going to try and lift the bag up and center the airline in the hole up the top a bit better. So it might be hard for you to tell, but I've lifted that bag up about that far to try and close this gap up the top. So we've got 30 pound in there now. I do not hear any air. All right, let's mount these valves. Now, where was I doing it? We got there, those two there. Those are the valves for the airbags, which is just mounted to my water tank. Now I'll just tidy up the airlines and we'll be done. I upgraded the sway bars in this thing a few months ago, and it's pretty much been running no sway bars most of its life. The rear one's doing fine. The front one was, I put it down to the sway bar, was making a knocking noise. So we're going to replace the ball joints for the sway bar. So these ball joints here, this one seems okay. But this one over here, it seems like it's got a little bit of play in it. That might be causing the knocking. So I'm going to change them out with some new ones and see if that fixes my problem. Right, so the plan is we need to put a light somewhere up here, because at the moment, if I try and use this kitchen back here or go into my drawers or anything, I have no light. It's pitch black back here. The next job is also a ladder light. If I want to get up this ladder at night, I can't see. There's no light over here. And I also got to try and pick up the dog. So, pitch black, trying to carry this meatball. Ready? Okay. Up the ladder in the dark, no good. So, we're going to try and use the same light, same sort of system. It's going to get mounted underneath the ladder here. So, I got the brackets for the lights painted while that's drying. the next problem I found is my fridge cables are kind of getting jammed. Not ideal. So I'm going to pull the fridge out, check over the cables, and try and tie them up in a better way where they're not going to get jammed anymore. So I found a little split in the cable. Don't know if you can see. So we'll fix that up and try and stop it from happening again. My idea for the cables is you've got these little sticky pads that you can put cable ties in. Something like that. And then I just put a bit of Velcro on the back, and hopefully the Velcro will stick to the carpet well enough that it won't fall down. If this doesn't work, I do have another idea, but we'll see how this goes. So what I've done is in there I've got a couple Velcro pads that I showed before, holding the cable up, and then I've just cable tied it here to stop it jamming in this mechanism here. Alright, that'll do us for the day. We got the lights done, so now we have a light at the back here, and we also have a light around the side for the ladder. I cut some more out of the plastic interior so I can put some more storage in the guard there. Fixed the fridge wiring. My old man, he fixed the air compressor because the air compressor had stopped working, and did a few other little bits and pieces. As you see it, this will be our light for the rear. We just did a bar going from this channel all the way across to that channel, and the wiring is tucked up underneath there, so that should do there. And then on this side for the ladder, we have just mounted it on this channel in here. Well, it's official. Me and Freya have left home and we're now on the road. I haven't done a lot of filming today because I've just been running around doing a lot of last minute things. So we haven't driven too far. We've only driven about an hour. We've just pulled up pretty much on the side of the road. So we'll stay here tonight. Got a massive day tomorrow heading to our first destination, but I'm not going to show you that in this video. You're going to have to come back to the next one and see what we got in store for day one of our adventure. See you in the next one.